What up, Broncos country? Welcome back to the channel. So, here we go. Preview for week 2 as the Broncos host the Washington Commanders, or Washington Redskins, should I say. I'll always know them as the Washington Redskins, even though they're known as the Commanders. But anyway, interesting little fact that I just found out: the Broncos are going to be wearing the road jerseys at this home game. It's going to be the first time since '03 that they wear white at home. And they're actually honoring the Super Bowl 33 championship winning team. And it's kind of funny because I literally just got the Super Bowl 33 seat cushion in the mail. Made an unboxing video, just posted that. Make sure y'all check that out. And then I found out this, so that's pretty awesome. But anyway, preview. So we'll go over some Bronco news first. A couple other little things. We'll go into individual matchups, 3 keys, and I also got something a little different in this preview. I'm going to talk about a couple players at the end of this video, and then we'll have a prediction. So sit back, relax, grab your popcorn. Let's get on into it. Broncos made a couple new little moves today. They released defensive lineman Forrest Merrill from IR, and they also gave him an injury settlement. He is now a free agent. Best luck to him. They also placed Caden Stearns on injury reserve. He's going to be done for the season. So unfortunate for him. Definitely had high expectations for him. I thought he was going to have a breakout season because he's going to be the guy who replaces Kareem Jackson when he's done playing with the Broncos. And yeah, it just sucks, you know. Wish he would have been able to play this year, but you know, the thing that sucks about the game is injuries. Also, with that happening, they signed little Jordan Humphreys to the active roster, so no longer a practice squad player. He'll be the 5th wide receiver on the active roster, which he made the touchdown catch, you know, last Sunday. So the move's not too shabby, you know. I don't mind it. But anywho, and then the last thing, they signed Michael Bandy to the practice squad. He's a wide receiver. I think he last played for the Chargers. So that is that. And with Greg Dulcich going down, I made a post about it. I thought about making a video, but no, I made a post. So if y'all didn't check that out, yes, Greg Dulcich is gonna miss some time. He's, like I said, he's probably gonna miss like 7 to 8 weeks. And yeah, the hamstrings, those things can be tricky. He just needs to take as much time off as possible so that thing gets 100% right. And I was reading something kind of interesting. Cody Latimer, former 2nd-round pick of the Denver Broncos, actually reached out. He said he wouldn't mind coming back and playing tight end if they need one, which they drafted him as wide receiver. So that would be really interesting. Honestly, I wouldn't mind it. I had nothing against Cody Latimer. I mean, he wasn't the best. He didn't live up to his full potential, but he does look like he got beefed up. And maybe he can play good at the tight end position. I don't know, but I doubt they're going to go that route. Adam Troutman, who I'm going to talk about later in the video, he's going to be the guy for now. So that's that. Let's get to the injury report. Broncos injury report. We'll start out with that. Greg Dulcich obviously did not participate. He's on the short-term IR as well. He will not play this weekend. Jerry Jeudy with his hamstring, you know, he's actually making a faster recovery than a lot of people thought. Some people thought he was going to play last week. Sean Payton even said he thought that he would suit up, but last minute they're like, nah, you should sit out for this one. Which I'm okay with that because, like I said, the hamstrings are tricky and need to get 100%. And yeah, so hopefully he gets right. And if he's 100%, you know, by Friday, or Saturday or game time decision, whatever, then yeah, I'd love for him to play. I was hoping we'd see Jerry Jeudy, last week, but kind of figured he wasn't. This week I'm kind of expecting, because that's what everybody's saying, is that he's trending upward and he should play this week. So now I'm kind of expecting it, but we'll see. Frank Clark hip, he was limited. DJ Jones knee, he was limited as well. And then Riley Moss was limited as well, the abdomen. I expect DJ Jones, Frank Clark to play. Riley Moss, probably not. I'm just going off the Wednesday injury report for the Commanders. They have Jatavius Martin, DB, DMP'd with a concussion. Wide receiver Curtis Samuel was limited with a hip. Chase Young, neck, limited. I was hearing things that he's probably not going to play in this one, but I don't know how much I believe that. Guard Sam Cosme was full, and then wide receiver Terry McLaurin, he was full. Going into the depth chart, I'm just going to look at the Washington Commanders. I don't know their entire depth chart. I do know that they have Scary Terry on their team. Terry McLaurin. Excited to see Pat Surtain match up with him. I think Pat Surtain will be fine. He'll hold his own. I mean, he did against Devontae Adams. Every time he's matched up with Devontae Adams, he made a play. He only gave up 11 yards when he was on Adams. He got targeted 5 times. He only had 2 catches. So, yeah, I think he'll be fine. That's really the only threat they have, in my opinion. Maybe Curtis Samuel. Jamison Crowder, he can make some plays as well. Byron Pringle, he's pretty fast. So, it will be interesting. It will be interesting for sure. Sam Howell, they got him. Young quarterback. Hopefully it's a little bit different than when we were playing Jimmy Garoppolo, because with Jimmy Garoppolo, he got rid of it quick. That's that veteran quarterback. And that's why the Broncos defense could not really get anything going. Just every time they'd snap the ball, boom, he had a guy already. Sam Howell, young quarterback, maybe hold on to it longer. We'll see if they can generate more pressure in this one. I'm not really seeing anybody else on offense that really seems like a threat. Defense, though, Chase Young, if he plays, that guy's a game wrecker. You have to watch out. Darren Payne, he's not too bad either. See, Montez Sweat, they got some decent ballers on defense. So, gonna need that offensive line to play good again. I think our O-line did pretty good other than giving up 2 sacks. They have Kendall Fuller. Their secondary, I don't know. I'm not really seeing anybody who really stands out here except for Kendall Fuller. So, anyway, they got Tressway as punter, and then was that Joey Sly as kicker? So, yeah, anyway, that's that for that. Let's go over the 3 keys to how the Broncos can win this game. First one for me, penalties. Got to cut down the penalties. That killed them last week. The penalties, you just can't do it. They're just stupid penalties, especially with Sean Payton as coach. I thought that was going to be cut out. I thought they were done doing that, but obviously not. The false starts, the offsides, whatever. Even towards the end of the game, when Kareem Jackson knocked that, was it Jacoby Meyer? When he knocked him out, that was terrible. All right. That was just uncalled for hit. That kind of put the nail in the coffin for the Broncos. So, these boys need to be a little more disciplined. These penalties are just killing their chances. They come back to bite them because they play in a lot of close games, and it just can't have it. So that would be number 1 for me. You got to cut down them penalties. But yeah, I'm seeing right here 10 times for 97 yards last week. They were penalized. Yeah, no, that's bad. That's bad. Got to get that fixed. Number 2, need that defense to create some pressure. Like I said last week, it was hard because they were getting rid of the ball. But in this one, you have a young quarterback. You should be able to generate some pressure. I believe the Arizona Cardinals, who people say are the worst team in the league going into the season, they had like 12 quarterback pressures on Sam Howell last week. Broncos had 2 quarterback pressures on Jimmy Garoppolo, so that has to change. Gonna have to create some pressure, get some sacks, or lead him into bad throws, stuff like that. Let's get some turnovers. We were able to force 1 turnover last week, but, it got tipped in the air and Kareem Jackson was there where it was coming down. So, and when you're able to do stuff like that happens. So that would probably be my second key. Third key, what did I write here? I can't even read my writing. That's bad. Oh. Yes. Take some chances. Last week, Broncos offense, now don't get me wrong, they had 6 possessions on offense, which is very, very low. And the last time that happened was, dating back to 2000. That was like 23 years ago. So, average offenses in NFL games normally have 9 to 12 series on offense. So that's got to change, but it all starts with the defense. Because the defense were giving up so many long drives to the Raiders, it was killing clock throughout the game. And the Broncos offense, when they got the ball, they were pretty successful until that last drive when all the money was on the line. They screwed up. So, but anyway, in this one, if the defense is able to, get the ball back, force those 3 and outs, whatever, take some chances, take what the defense gives you, but also I want to see some deep balls thrown and some Cortland Sutton Moss catches. You know what I'm saying? I want a little bit of excitement. Not too much, but just sprinkle in a little bit of that excitement in there. So I'd like to see them take some chances here for some big plays. But, it's all going to start with if the running game does well and, if they're able to connect, move the chains, and tire out the defense. So, anyway, that's it for those 3 keys. 3 players I want to talk about before we talk about a prediction here. A lot of people giving Damari Mathis a lot of hate, but to be honest, I think he's going to have a bounce-back game. He had a bad game last year. He bounced back for the rest of the year. He was really good. So, I think he's going to learn from it, and we just need to have his back. I mean, it's just 1 game. So, I think he'll be fine. I think he's going to bounce back in this one. So, he's a guy I'd actually watch out for in this one. Same with Adam Troutman. He's going to replace Greg Dulcich. He's going to get most of the load at tight end. I'm excited to see him play as well. I think he's a serviceable starting tight end in the league. So, underrated blocker. He's not as fast as Greg Dulcich, but he is good at receiving as well. So, watch out for him. And then another guy I'm going to watch out for has got to be Will Lutz. I mean, he had a rough game last week. Missing the extra point, missing that 55-yard field goal. That was rough. It would have been nice if we would have had those. It would have changed the complexity of the entire game. But, just make your kicks this week. Make the chip shots. Make the easy ones. Because with how close these Broncos play in these games, every point matters. Literally showed last week. Every point matters. So, hopefully he can bounce back. I'm definitely going to be watching out for him as well. He said that he's going to bounce back. So, here to see it. I'm excited. I got his back. So, other than that, let's give a prediction here. Yes, Broncos lose the Raiders last week. They start 0-1. Man, I believe we're going to win that game too. It hurt that we lost, but gave the Raiders and their fan base credit for coming in to the Mile High and beating us. Anyway, now we have the Washington Commanders coming in the Mile High. I don't want to go through a loss again, and this is a game we should win. And you know what? I'm going to pick the Broncos because it is a game they should win. Okay? You got a team that I don't think anybody has them making the playoffs. Okay? I'm not trying to be a hater. But they're a young team. And also, the Broncos starting out 0-2. We'd be in big trouble if we start out 0-2. So, got to get that win this week. Honestly, it's kind of a must-win right now if we want to have a chance at the playoffs and, you know, not have another disastrous start to a season and the Sean Payton era, you know, starting off terrible. So, anyway, I'm gonna take the Broncos. I said 30. They'd score 30 points last week. Look at me. I'm gonna take the Broncos 23-16. I'll take them by a touchdown. I believe they beat them by a touchdown last time, even though it doesn't matter. Completely different game. I think it was like 17-10 last time they played them in the Mile High. I'm going to take them 23-16. Broncos start out 1-1. They need this win. It's huge because they go to Miami next week. That's going to be rough, but we'll talk about that later. But you got to get this win right now. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Broncos fans, NFL fans, leave your comments down below. Thoughts on who you think's going to win. Anyway. Like, subscribe, go Broncos. See you guys next one.